This is your main reporter for the Pound for Pound boxing show. I'm here with Alfie at Landmark Hotel with Joyce, Takam fight. How you doing, Alfie? You doing alright?
All good, thank you very much. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this fight. Obviously, it's a big fight, big weekend boxing. Let's talk about the main event first. Joyce versus Takam. I want to ask you who wins and why.
Well, I think that Joe will win, but it's a very, very intriguing fight. We know what Takam comes. He comes, gives it all his all, and really this is like, there's a world title fight on the line for him. So, he's gonna come with all his artillery. He's going to try and upset the apple cart, but I think Joe just be a bit too much for him.
Big fight for Joe. Obviously, he's found out this week that he's going to be mandatory for the winner of Joshua Usyk. Fantastic news there. I find something of an incentive going into this fight.
Well, yeah, for both of them, exactly. That's why it's a dangerous fight, I suppose, with Takam, because he knows he's got that carrot dangled in front of him, and. I don't think Joe's got the mentality that he's going to slip up. He knows that it's in his grasp and all that, and he's in a wonderful position and very well deserved as well. A lot of people writ him off with the Daniel Dubois fight. He proved a lot of people wrong. I was very, very surprised how many people actually favoured Daniel, with him being Olympic champion, maybe because of the age thing and all that with Joe, but he proved in that fight, so much what he's got: chin, durability, jab, everything, power. And I've been to a few of his fights since he signed up with Queensberry. Been to a few of his fights, and they say his punches, they don't look very effective when you look at them on the TV. But you ask any one of his opponents, and they know they've been hit as well. So, but I think Joe comes through that. He's a mandatory position. I think he's got a fantastic chance against either Joshua or Usyk. I don't think I could bet against him at the moment against anyone. Joe really can't. But I just looked at him today. He looks in fantastic shape. Really, probably the best shape seen him in his pro career. So, he's taking it very, very seriously. So it looks like, and it's going to be a fantastic night again. And the undercard for what Queensberry have created, the undercard for this show is fantastic as well. And I've got to say, I mean, it's hard to build bills up like this because of the pandemic. I know firsthand, like with the fighters that I manage and all that, it's hard even getting them out on these shows. But to build fights up, to build bills up like this is a testament to the hard work what they're putting in. And I can't wait for Saturday night. It's going to be fantastic. Nice summer night. Back in the big arenas as well, which is going to be brilliant. Everyone's been starved for it, and I think this is going to be the first big one back in an arena such as like Wembley. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned been have fans back in finally. Long time coming. Obviously this week the restrictions being lifted. How big a news is that for the boxing, but the sport in general? Absolutely. I mean, you see it with Wembley at the Euros. It was fantastic seeing the fans back, and but let's just hope that it can continue. Because every industry is getting starved now, not just the boxing industry and events and stuff like that. The whole hospitality industry's really suffered from this pandemic. And I know that everyone's got to be safe and everything, but let's just hope that this is going to continue now, because we need the crowds for these sort of nights. You do need them. I mean, we've been at the shows behind closed doors, and the fighters thrive on the crowd to get them, push them that extra mile to get the best out of them. And you've seen so many upsets that if these fights were in a packed arena with fans, you'd think it would go the other way. They're so important. It's so important to have a live audience watching the sport. It's what it's there for. Live audience to watch all sports.
I mean, you look at the Premier League as well. I mean, you know, some upsets in the games there because there's been no crowds there. It's so important, and I just really hope that it continues now. You know, we're really fortunate that we're going to be bringing some small hall boxing back to the UK as well, because this is what we need, especially grassroots level as well, because you know it's, you know, with the promotional companies like Frank and Queensbury, Matchroom, even Hennessy Sports on Channel 5, all those guys, you know, they've had the luxury. It's not been ideal for them, you know, because no one's made money on this, but they've had the luxury to get their fighters out and to get them some sort of activity. Grassroots boxing has not had that. You've had fighters that have not fought for 2 years and all that. So and obviously the income comes from the live gate. So I'm just really glad it's coming back. You know, we're bringing some small hall shows back at the end of this month, August, September, and I just fingers crossed that, you know, it stays how it is. Everybody's sensible, you know, and yeah, just praying that we go, because I think that we're gonna have a lot of momentum now to put these shows on, and obviously without the crowds we can't put these small shows on, and there's so many fighters, these grassroots level, they're actually, you know, packing it in, and there's so much talent out there, and we can't afford to lose these fighters. We're losing a generation of fighters, I think so. You know, I know a couple of fighters that have actually jacked it in because they haven't fought for 2 years, and I hope that they actually look at it now and come back and show everybody what their worth is, you know. And especially, listen, like you say, boxing, it's a short career. So, you know, these fighters have lost 2 years out of their career as well. It's vital time for them that they got to get back in. So we're going to, on our respective Warren Boxing Management with Mo Pryor, who we've joined up with, we're going to be looking to be one of the busiest guys out there and giving all these fighters, you know, and build them up, because really, ultimately, we want our fighters to be on this stage. But we have to build them up on the small hall stage for them to get to this stage. And I'm very confident that we can do that now with the live crowds back. So fingers crossed.
Alfie, let's talk a bit about up and coming shows. Obviously, you've got one next week, 31st of July, got one on the 7th as well. Let's go through some, obviously, tell us a bit about some of the fights coming up, ones to look forward to, ones that stand up for you.
We had a very good bill on the 31st of July at York Hall. Boy Jones Jr. and Conor Marsden was going to headline that, and then we also had Billy Underwood fighting Josh Adewale, Tommy Jacobs fighting Theolopoulos Teta, Ashley Sexton back, Louise Orton. It's a fantastic card. It was just a shame that the main events pulled out, but you know, we've took a hit there because they're both big ticket sellers, but you know, we can't look back now. You know, it's not fair on the other guys, so we're going to go ahead with everything. We've still got two great 50-50 matchups, and you know, this is what we want to do now. We've got the likes of Billy Underwood fighting Josh Adewale. These are the fights that we want to do now as well, and I think the fighters now are realising, you know, anything can change like that now. The world that we're living in, anything can change like that. So let's get these fights in now. You know, Josh is with us, Billy's with us. They're both under our banner. You know, the winner will progress on. The loser, we'll build them back up again. But what should I say? I'm trying to think. So they're both in a good position no matter what, because they're both going to be active and all that. That's got a great, that's got a just fantastic fight written all over it. We've got Lewis Isaacs on the 7th of August at York Hall again, fighting Dan Morley. Another one, prospect versus prospects. But this is what we want to do now. This is what we want to do. We want to stand out from the rest of the small hall promoters. We want to be outstanding. You know, we're working with Fightzoneuk, who will be airing some of our shows. You know, we're working with you know, various managers, various promoters, getting their fighters on, keeping their fighters busy. You know, we're going to have some big names on our shows as well. So, you know, we're looking forward to it. We've had this big long gap with COVID, so we've been able to plan out what we can do and the way we're going to go forward. And the way it's looking is brilliant, because all through the pandemic we've built up I think, one of the strongest stables in the country between ourselves and Mo Pryor. So we're looking forward to getting everybody out in action, and we're looking forward to progressing them, making them champions, and getting them onto a big stage, exactly like what's going to happen on Saturday. So, you know, we've got York Hall on the 31st of July, York Hall on the 7th of August, and we're going to be announcing some other shows in different territories and a couple more at York Hall. So watch out for that. But it's all about this Saturday, Joe, Joyce and Takam, and we can't wait for it. Just so glad it's all back in the big arenas.
Me too. Alfie, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Jermaine. Cheers.
Thank you.